Hey, what's up guys? And Sandrone is here. I'm sure we've all been very excited playing through the story, leveling your characters, pulling your characters, and that's what I've been doing today. But the thing is, there's so much to do, so much to test. I thought today on day one I'll just focus on Sandrone teams and how Odette might change them. My Odette pulls were pretty good overall. I did lose a 50-50, but most importantly, I got some insane artifacts. It was very fun finding these very quickly and leveling on stream. I think I maybe did like 5 runs total for these pieces, and then I ended up crafting 2 extra pieces that were very good as well. Although I will say now, my Odette is not fully built, so the potential that you'll see is definitely not at full potential. I'm even slightly overcapped, 2.6. I'm also using Jade Cutter. Now my plan is to transition to one of the craftable weapons when I can craft those. But for now, there's just been so much to do. I'm just using Jade Cutter for now. Obviously, I got her C0 and I've currently got her on skill talent level 8. So I'm mostly using the DPS Dummy today just to see theoretically what are the sort of teams that you can play with Sandrone now. It's also not just Odette. It's also the new artifact set, which I wanted to test out. So this is very similar to when Nicole came out. And Nicole came out as a very good buffer, but she also came out with Celestial Gift. And a lot of people are wondering, you know, is the artifact set more important than Nicole or vice versa? Today we're going to find out that roughly as well. Again, it's just day one. My Odette's not fully built. It's also just a DPS dummy. It's not any real gameplay like Stygian or the Abyss. But I'm sure people want to know on day one because maybe they're still unsure if they want to put Odette, and maybe just seeing a bit of DPS differences might sway you. Unfortunately, Cryo Traveler gameplay, you'll have to do a lot of the story and there's a lot more grinding. Like, we'll have to get his weapon. I'll have to level his talents. Once I get him up and running though, we can start testing the Stellar Swell teams and even him as a main DPS in Stellar Conduct. Okay, there's a few things we need to test. So we need to test the old Sandrone team, and then we need to test the old Sandrone team but with the new set, because the new set is a big deal. And then after, we'll do Odette. And this is my current best team, so you guys can make your predictions now.
Emerge. Right here. Life goes on. Sacred name. Fortune. Stay clear. And hit. Ha! Let's test my hypothesis. Take a break.
I mean, this damage is still very good.
Right here.
I mean, how much stronger can this team get? In all honesty, like, what are we expecting? So, I mean, I'm using Width on Yae Miko, so you can see like each rotation kind of has a bit of a wild difference. But yeah, average is about this. I don't really do sponsors, but I thought this will be helpful because we've been preparing for Sandrone. Genshin Impact is wanting to spread awareness on their official top-up center. My account is personally a Welkin Moon only account. It's the most value for money thing to get. I usually just buy in-game here, but after using the website, it's just better. A lot of people didn't know that, including myself. And I did use it. Buying through the website gave me 300 extra primos plus 8% more primos. So as you can see, I got 324 total extra. That's a whole 2 pulls. Wow, Pog. This would also apply to anything else you want to get. 8% more primos on any top up. So if you're planning to spend anyway, this is free value. I'll just be using this website too from now on. Anyway, they gave me a link. It will let them know you came from me. I'll put it in the description. So if you want to use it, then I appreciate the support. So this is not going to be perfect. I can't give my Yae Miko my Odette set that I farmed. This is what I have right now. So this is a 31 substat Deep Shadow set. Well, the reason why we want this on Yae Miko is you do want your support to trigger Stellar Glimmer reaction. Honestly, this build is pretty similar. Yeah, honestly, this is the exact same substats. If you're not using a new character that can trigger the new support set, then it would have to be Yae Miko here. You're not going to give it to Qiqi or Sucrose, are you? How did I get a full set on day one? Well, looks like I sacrificed all my pulling luck for some artifact luck.
Right here. Emerge. Emerge. Prize. Opening box of Adept Tricks. Absorption test. And
242,000 charge attacks.
Tea-time entertainment. How tiresome. Right here, right now. Wheel of life. Orders given. Order. Animal Tech 6308. Ha! Come on, keep up. Let's test my hypothesis. Take a break. Emerge, right now. Emerge. Go. Opening box of Adept Trick. Absorption test. A spot of tea-time entertainment. Come on, keep up.
This is looking nice.
Right
This
now.
is looking nice.
Orders given. Orders received. Animal Tech 63. Ha! How tiresome. Let's test my hypothesis.
940,000 first.
Come on, keep up.
We'll do one more rotation.
Right now, right here. Life goes on. Opening box of Adept Trick. What a joke. Take a break.
I mean, honestly, the artifact, the amount of subsets was the exact same on the Yae Miko build. So this probably is pretty accurate. Honestly, Yae Miko's damage didn't even drop. Look, the DPS set 80% attack, 40% stellar conduct, and 16 crit rate, which is a lot. But this gives the same attack. It gives even more attack, and then it gives a lot of reaction damage. Maybe it lowers it by a bit, but not a noticeable amount. Oh yeah, also bear in mind, my Odette is not fully built. I have a really good artifact set, only level 8 skill. You could definitely squeeze out extra damage on Odette as if this wasn't day 1. So Sandrone, it was easy to run 2 sustains before Odette. But now that Odette's here, your 4th character, like, you really want it to be a sustain. So you really want it to be Qiqi, Diona, or Beidou. You could play Sucrose, but maybe oh, also Alyosha as well. So there's a lot of sustain options. But if you play Sucrose, it might be higher damage, which we'll check, but it might not be realistic. Who cares about sustain? I think most people care about sustain.
Right now, right here. Emerge. Rise. Orders given. Orders received. Together.
My Odette's aim for 335,000.
A spot of tea-time entertainment. How tiresome.
I mean, this damage is looking juicy.
Right now, right here. Go.
I mean, Qiqi is no slouch.
Shadow me. Harida. Let's test my hypothesis.
Yeah, this DPS is definitely going to be higher. The question is, like, how high?
Emerge right now. Rise. Sacred.
The thing is as well, Odette is really good for the enemies as well, which is arguably, 425,000. But yeah, Odette is really good for shield, which is arguably more important than DPS.
Come on, keep up.
Like, enemies will be designed
Opening box of Adept.
around Odette being really good against them. It's like 9 to 10% stronger. And then if Odette was fully leveled, it would probably be a bit higher than that as well. But let me just try that again without using Qiqi's burst. Because look, these rotations are 1 second longer than with Sucrose. That's the difference between having C6 Qiqi and not having C6 Qiqi. It's very small. It does feel weird though. Sandrone's damage distribution is down compared to the other teams. And it will go down even more once I fully build Odette. Okay, we'll try Sucrose, but Sucrose is not a real team. There's no sustain. I mean, the damage isn't really higher than Qiqi. Yeah, should we abandon this early? The damage isn't really higher than Qiqi. At best, it's like the same as Qiqi. It might even be a bit worse. Unless I'm doing something wrong. So Beidou, Qiqi.
I'm here.
So Qiqi can give Favonius a help with Beidou's ER.
Opening box of Adepti Drift. Hot of death. How tiresome. A spot of tea time entertainment. Take a break. Eyes on me. Orders given. Orders received.
Odette's damage is really nice with Beidou as well.
Orders given. Orders received.
Qiqi's damage also pops off. You see that 230,000? I mean, Odette is not fully built yet. She's doing 20% of the team's damage. If she was fully built, she would do more. This is like, it would be slightly stronger than last patch. Yae Miko, no Odette. The old Yae Miko team with the support set was stronger than this. And you know, like Beidou is like not very practical. This is assuming you can always get her burst up. I mean, but it's viable though. Like a Yae Miko list team. The thing is, in the old teams, like Diona was just like better than Beidou in every way. Like it was easier to get her burst up. The buffs are more battery, better sustain as well. Beidou's cool. That's the main reason you play Beidou. You are relying on Beidou sustain, but I mean Yae Miko can battery Beidou a bit, so it's more playable.
Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Come on, keep up.
I mean, the DPS would be slightly higher than this if I had a Fav, just because I wouldn't lose like split seconds. It's definitely viable. Again, I think as always with Beidou, it's like you play Beidou to play Beidou because she's cool. I think Escoffier, if you don't use her burst, could be higher DPS than Qiqi. We'll do that. So I'll do this build. Tenacity should be better in this team. And then use her for emergency healing. But then again, if you use it for emergency healing, it's not going to be as consistent healing as Qiqi.
Right now. Right here. Let's begin. Take a break. What a joke. How tiresome.
So I'll do the skill at the end of her charge attacks.
Take a little amount. Right now. Emerge. Hot of death. Come on, keep up. Let's test my hypothesis. How tiresome. Off to the freezer. Right now. Right here. Right now. Come on, keep up. A spot of tea time in... Right here, right now. Shadow me.
Yeah, the DPS is high, man. The only thing is as well, though,
A little emerge right now. Let's begin. Pirouette.
you're taking away stellar reaction damage in this team. So against like enemies that take more stellar reaction damage, I don't think the actual DPS is higher. Because you're getting a Escoffier sub DPS and none of her damage is stellar. But it is looking theoretically
Take a break.
higher than Qiqi.
Tea time entertainment.
A lot higher. Okay, a lot higher than Qiqi, to be honest.
A little amount.
So it's got two caveats, I think.
Let's begin. Come on, keep up. Let's test my hypothesis.
Yeah, I can do it again quickly, just like bursting every other rotation. I mean, the DPS didn't change. It changed less than I thought it was going to change somehow. Okay, maybe Escoffier is the play if you have a... So maybe the main disadvantage is just that you're reducing like your team's overall stellar reaction damage. But it looks like, I mean, you're going to get decent healing. And she doesn't have energy issues, even with 0 Yae. I think the last characters we'll do is like Nicole and Diona. I mean, the main good thing about Nicole and Diona is that they have shields. We use Nicole with Skyward Atlas. So you don't want Nicole to ruin the stellar conduct reactions.
Right here. Shadow Odette. Such defiance. Take a break. Let's test my hypothesis.
I mean, Sandrone's damage isn't really higher than some of the other teams.
Right now. Right here. Right now. Let's begin. I think not. How tiresome. Come on, keep up.
I always have a bit of energy issues.
How emerge. Shadow me. Such defiance.
I think a lot of the options are quite similar,
Take a break.
damage-wise. Nicole having the shield is nice. But I don't like that my burst isn't consistent anymore.
Right here, right now. Be gone.
Okay, I don't think my Sandrone is getting her burst this rotation.
Take a break.
That's an issue.
Come on, keep up.
Okay, Nicole's battery is a bit scuffed. But the damage is nice. Oh, he's like Qiqi. He's kind of like Qiqi, but healing instead of shielding.
Emerge, right here, right now. Look at you! Shadow me, Odette. Take a break. What a joke. How tiresome.
So it is similar to Nicole. The damage is I'm getting is close enough that it's basically the same thing. But I mean, a lot of them are quite similar. The thing is, Diona doesn't buff Odette, so this team won't improve as much when your Odette has a better build. I mean, honestly, I don't find Diona's burst that annoying to play with Sandrone. Mostly because, like, if you're playing Qiqi, you kind of have even more circle impact. Like, playing with this kind of gives you more room than when you play Qiqi and you have to hug the enemy. So what did we learn from this day 1 testing? We learned the set was very big. Was Odette actually less damage than the set? I don't think so. I think they both can easily add like 10% more damage onto your team. There's so many options that you can play with this. This is like the core, but Escoffier was the highest DPS and she has healing. Qiqi, Sucrose is kind of similar to like Qiqi, but she doesn't have healing. So Qiqi was probably maybe like the second best, but Qiqi has permanent healing, whereas Escoffier will only have healing when you use her burst. Nicole was very good. Diona was also very good. Oh yeah, and yeah, Yae Miko is more important than Odette. Assuming you have Yae Miko C1, of course. It's like I think people forget to mention that whenever they talk about Yae Miko. You know, whenever you hear about Yae Miko online, you have to remember everyone assumes you have Yae Miko C1. Because without the C1, she's not buffing your team at all.